Hey guys, RTT back here for that video. Guys, today I switched over from the Galaxy Z Fold 3 back to the Duo 1. And the reason why is because this is going to be my 1 month challenge of using the Duo 1 with Android 11 as my daily driver. And I just want to say right now, my opinion and thoughts after using it for a whole day. And I'm just going to start off right away by saying I do love this phone. I think this phone is absolutely amazing. I think it does have some things that it's lacking in, but it makes up for the multitasking functionality. And now with Android 11, it completely changes the ballgame. Now, this phone still doesn't have any good cameras, and at the same time, it can still be a little bit buggy, just a tad bit. But Android 11 has fixed almost everything when it comes to that exact issues. Now, we looked at the changelog earlier, and I'm going to have it on the screen right here. All the things that got changed with Android 11 adding to this device. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start off by saying today I started my day off at 8 a.m. I went to work from 8 to 2:30. Then I went to a movie from 3:30 to around 6:30. And then after that, I went to the gym, worked out a little bit, did my daily, routine pretty much. I did leg day. I also did the treadmill a little bit. And as I'm doing all this, I have this phone as my daily driver. So let's go ahead and break this down. Luckily, I actually changed my job, so I'm no longer a dishwasher. Now I'm a food prepper. So the water resistance of this phone wasn't really a concern. And for the most part, I could keep it on me at all times and not have to worry about it being destroyed. Now, obviously, the no water resistance of this phone versus Z Fold 3, definitely a little bit of an issue, but not really that much. I'll be honest, not having to worry about any water resistance because I'm not around water today didn't really impact me at all. And it also did not rain today, and that also is a plus because, again, like I said, that's the only thing lacking there. I will say, though, my first break, I went to go ahead and buy something, and I went to use NFC like I normally do on my Z Fold 3, and of course, that is still not a functionality on this phone. You can't tap and pay for something within a second like that. Now, I'll be honest, because I know a lot of people hate that fact and are really upset about it. You know what I did? I took out my credit card, and I put it in the slot, and I paid for something. Now, could I have fixed that with a Galaxy Watch? Absolutely yes, but that would kind of defeat the purpose of this challenge. This challenge is to strictly no additional help. No giving me, if I give myself a Galaxy Watch, then I'm pretty much giving myself an outside display because then I can use it with this as an outside display. No handicapping myself for this. So again, I did go ahead and use this phone. No Galaxy Watch, and it didn't have NFC. And I'll be honest, it was kind of annoying. I'm used to just tapping my Z Fold through in the screen, and bam, it pays. I had to go ahead and use my credit card. Wasn't a bad deal at all. But what I will say is the first thing that I loved, and I forgot how much I loved about this phone, is when I got to the break room, the dual display on this phone for watching content is absolutely amazing. The dual screen, being able to spread my content out, or I was actually also playing some emulators on it, using it like a Nintendo DS. This is an absolute amazing phone when it comes to all that. And I really forgot how much I loved the bigger display on this phone versus the Z Fold 3. And I will say overall wise, yes, it hinged down the middle. I kind of got used to that again, but overall, it's just so awesome. I had one screen playing YouTube, the other screen playing on Twitter, just kind of searching around, seeing what, things were posted, what tech news was going on. And it was just so simplistic and easy to go ahead and do this again. Now, you can do this on the Z Fold 3, but Z Fold 3, you have to actually go ahead and open up two applications at the same time, and you have to split the display, and it's kind of just wonky. It's so fluent on this phone. Now, for the longest time, it was fluent, but it would also glitch sometimes. And like I said before, this whole series is about working with Android 11. And I will say this is my second day now with Android 11, and I can't complain. It's so fluent and nice. It's just everything flows together very, very well. I had a couple applications crash on me. I had a couple of times, or one time where it restarted, just one time. And other than that, perfection. And if you think that's a big deal, what I just said, let me tell you this. When it was on Android 10, this thing would crash on me probably 2 or 3 times a sitting, and it would easily go ahead and have to restart itself like 5 times. And that was just simply, if it gets overloaded, too many applications, it would happen. Not everyone goes through that. I know I'm coming down below. I've never had a crash on me. I understand that. Congratulations. I do a lot on these phones. Whatever it is, the Surface Duo 1, 2, Z Fold 3, iPhones, I am doing a lot on these phones. I run 3 different YouTube channels, so I'm checking analytics, checking stuff, pretty much editing on these phones, especially when I'm at work and I don't have time to edit at home. I might be editing on these phones, editing some videos, stuff together. I use a lot of the RAM. So with that being said, I had no issue. Now for battery life, that's another thing I really was interested in seeing. How did battery life last throughout the day? Because now with Android 11 adding so many new features to it, that's when, you kind of have to worry about battery life, right? Because as time goes on, as more and more things are going on during the day, you're using up more battery life. And I will say, I started the day with 100% battery life, and I ended my day, which was about an hour and a half ago, with around 27% battery life. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. The Z Fold 3, I'd probably end my day, if I'm using my phone all day like this, at 30%, 33, maybe 34%. So it's right in line with the Z Fold 3. Now, my Z Fold 3 is running Android 12. Keep that in mind. So a little bit more updated software, and Android 12 actually has even more features built in behind the scenes that kind of goes to work and helps you out a little bit, right? Now, with that being said, though, I will say, other than the additional issues, for example, I have a wireless charging pad in my car. I put this down. It's not going to charge this phone. You're not going to be able to charge this phone in any way because there's no wireless charging on this phone. Now, for cases, I did go ahead and rock the actual pen cover / using, of course, the bumper case on this phone. Now, if you guys have not seen my videos, this is actually something you can rock on the Surface Duo 1, and it is actually possible using the pen cover right here. You guys can see, and a bumper on the back lets you be able to actually go ahead and use it on the Surface Duo 1. And there's a little bit of a lip right here, but overall wise, I like it. I like using these two as a 1-2 punch because first off, I'm able to use the Surface Pen to go ahead and hook right there. I also am able to charge, and you cannot charge it wirelessly, but you can hook it right there and it's not going to move. And it also gives you added protection. And I will be honest, this silicone of the front of this pen cover absolutely feels amazing. So once I got done that, then I went ahead and again got my job. I went to the movies, sat there for like 3.5 hours, watched Spider-Man. There wasn't really much to do when it comes to the cell phone. Obviously, it's in my pocket the whole time. And that's when I kind of wanted to worry about standby time. So I started the movie around 40 some odd %. And I was kind of thinking to myself, okay, this is in my pocket for what, around almost 3.5 hours. So how is the standby time going to be? And I could have turned my phone off, but I didn't. I kept it on the whole entire time to see how the standby time went. And to be honest, I lost 2% battery in that standby time. The reason why I was kind of concerned about it was because I thought at first, because of all the new features, a lot of things would be running in the background. And it would be just sucking up the actual, would be sucking up the juices of this phone and actually going ahead and lowering the battery. And it actually surprisingly did not do any of that sort. So I will say overall wise, it's a really good sign. And also, very exciting for that reason. Now, once I went ahead and went to the gym, I was at around, let's say 30% battery. And I just listened to music the whole entire time at the gym. Had this phone up. I actually, even at one point, I pulled up Hulu. And I was watching Hulu on this using the, obviously, 5G, but 4G. And lost 4% and maybe an hour and a half at the gym. And like I said before, I ended the day with 24%. So overall, after one day, I love Android 11. I said this many times, this phone needed Android 11. It needed to add Android 11 to this phone to make this phone great. and they did exactly what they was supposed to do and needed to do. And I will say, overall wise, I have to give them a W. I have to give Microsoft a big fat W because they really went ahead and made this phone usable again. Not only is it usable, it could be a daily driver. I'm going to see how I feel at the end of the month. We still have 29 days left. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions, and I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.